Hi, and welcome to the Essential Pedagogies Toolkit for PNGO's Partnership Secondary Schools. My name is Chris Hart from Unstuck Learning Design, and I'm delighted to be your guide through this online course. I've had the pleasure of working with PNGO's Partnership Secondary Schools for a couple of years now, and the even greater pleasure of visiting Papua New Guinea on several occasions and visiting some of the schools like this school here, Karavat National High School. Before we get started, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the Bunurong people of the Eastern Kulin Nations. I live on the land and work on the land of the Bunurong people, and I would like to take this moment to acknowledge them as the traditional custodians of this land and the stories that they bring to this land and continue to build upon this land, and to pay my respects to their elders past, present, and emerging, and also to pay my respects to all of you and the lands that you are on, coming to this from an international dimension. So why do this course? Well, it's all about building a practical toolkit. So lots of strategies in here divided up into 6 key elements of effective pedagogy. We don't cover everything we could possibly ever cover around teaching and learning, but we do cover some key parts of that. So looking at elements of learning design, that's module 1, presenting new information, the module 2, higher order thinking, module 3, assessment of and for learning, module 4, building learner agency, module 5, and developing learner capabilities, module 6. So if you're interested in teaching and learning, you're interested in adding some more tools into your pedagogical toolkit, then this is the course for you. So this course is self-guided and self-paced. There are the 6 modules I just mentioned with a video tutorial for each module. And there is a PDF workbook with information and space to reflect. So using both of the resources of the videos and the workbook, you will be able to run this course and go through this course at your own speed, on your own. So you have everything that you need to do. If you want to study together, then you could certainly organize a study group within your school or with your colleagues and actually study at the same time, which is obviously even more enriching because it gives you the opportunity to really share your ideas with other people as well. And then at the end of each of the modules, of the 6 modules, there will be a challenge to complete, which you can share with your colleagues, and you might even want to share that into Google Classroom if you're part of the PNGO's Partnership Secondary Schools Google Classroom. The learning outcomes for the course themselves are split into 4 sections. We call this split screen learning outcomes, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in module 1. But you will develop knowledge, you will also develop capabilities, you will grow your tool set, and you will practice your skill set. So we talk a lot about the fact that when we're teaching, we don't just teach students knowledge, we're helping them to develop their capabilities, to build their tool set, and to practice their skill set too. So I'm taking exactly the same learning design approach to this course as I would when designing learning for young people. So in terms of knowledge, by the end of this course, you'll have a deeper understanding of pedagogical practices that can support deep learning. In terms of capabilities, you will further develop critical and creative thinking, collaboration, and communication. Module 6 is all about capabilities, so we'll go into that in much more detail then. You will also, in terms of skills, develop the skills of learning design and measuring learning growth. And in terms of tools, you will add a number of tools to your tool set, including learning design models and multiple pedagogical strategies to support deep learning. So really excited to share this with you. So the first thing I'm actually going to get you to do is actually to start with a reflection. This is really important that we use reflection all of the way through this course to help us to better understand the material and how it applies to our own learning. So we're going to start with this activity, which is in your workbook. It's called 3-2-1 Bridge. And basically what it is a Harvard Project Zero thinking routine. So you can find a bunch of these thinking routines online if you Google Harvard Project Zero thinking routines. Each time you see a little toolkit icon, like the icon on the right of the screen here, that means that you can use this tool, add it to your toolkit, and use this tool with students as well. So 3-2-1 Bridge is just a way to see how your learning might have changed over time. So what we're going to do is we're going to complete this first round, so the left-hand side over here. We're going to complete this now, and then at the end of the course, we're going to complete round 2. So the second attempt at this will be at the end of the course. And what it helps us to do is to bridge our understanding from the start and connect how it connects to our understanding at the end of the course. So what I want you to do is thinking about the word pedagogy. So I'm thinking about the bread and butter of teachers is around pedagogies, around making those decisions of how we help our young people to learn. What I'd love you to do is just to jot down in your workbook or to jot down somewhere that you're going to keep and you're going to come back to and refer to later is one metaphor for pedagogy. What metaphor can you come up with that would represent pedagogy for you? There's no right or wrong answer to this. It really is a deep reflection. Write down 2 questions that you have about pedagogy, and then finally 3 thoughts, 3 things that just come to mind when you're thinking about pedagogy. And then at the end of the module 6, I'll ask you to come back here and do it again to see if any of your thinking has changed over time, and then use this bridge down here to explain how your thinking has changed. So best of luck with this course. Really excited to be able to provide it for you, and I hope you have a wonderful learning experience.